Oh man, he just used his lights to get through that. Oh no, you did. You cocksucker! I got you on camera, cop. I got you on camera, bro. I seen that. I'm taking that down to my precinct. I'm gonna get your fucking cop number. That motherfucker, that cock mother. You know what? Where's that one cop motovlogger at? God damn, what's his name? I watch his channel all the time, and I can't think when I vlog. I want him to respond. I need a video response from my boy.
Hey guys, what's going on? So Yummy R6 posted a video the other day, and while he's doing his vlog, there's a cop that uses his lights to get through the intersection. And then after a few seconds, he's like, I wonder what that cop vlogger would think about this. And he asked me to do a video response of it. Dickhead couldn't even remember my name. Yummy my ass, more like forgetful R6. Alzheimer's R6. Can't remember shit R6. Long titty, no nipple having ass R6. Anyway, I figured this would be a good topic to cover, and I've had a lot of people ask me this. Now, before I go into explaining why we do what we do sometimes, I think it's good to go ahead and set the preface that, no, I don't think under any circumstances it's okay for a cop to use his lights to simply get through an intersection. To me, that's a perfect example of abuse of power. I have literally sat for almost 10 minutes with no traffic in the middle of the night at an intersection waiting for a light to change and turn green. And don't take what I'm about to say as justification for what that officer might have been doing. Let me start by saying every department is different. A lot of you guys ask me questions and they're like, are cops allowed to do this? Are cops allowed to do that? And a lot of that just varies on the department. I mean, different departments have different policies. A lot of calls that we go to are considered urgent, but they're not urgent enough for lights and sirens according to the department. Fights are a perfect example of that. Both departments I have worked at have deemed that fights by themselves are not worthy of lights and sirens. Not unless somebody's seriously injured or there's weapons involved. If there's weapons, yeah, dude, code 3 all day long. So yes, I have seen officers use their lights to get through an intersection and then turn them back off when they're responding to a fight. And there could be a number of reasons why they do that. Officers view fights in usually one of two ways. Either they want to sneak up on them and they don't want them to know that they're about to arrive, or they're going to turn on their sirens like 6 miles away and give everybody a heads up so everybody scatters before they get there. So put yourself in the shoes of the victim involved in that fight. Would you rather the officer jump through an intersection and try to get to you quickly, or would you rather him wait there 10 minutes and wait for the light to change while you're getting your ass beat? I already know there's going to be one guy watching my video. It's like, man, nobody's going to kick my ass. Yeah, okay, Bruce Lee. But Yummy brought up a good question, and this is part of the reason why I talk about what I talk about on my channel. It gives you a different perspective, and it explains why we do what we do sometimes. And this is a perfect example, because Yummy's perception of what that officer was doing might be totally different than what was actually going on in that officer's head. Perception is a really big thing, man. Like, this is a perfect example, because the public will see this dickhead cop just trying to get through the light because he's being impatient. Who's to say he's not on his way to a call? Like, if I get a call for a fight, yeah, I go above the speed limit. I'm trying to get there quickly, but my department has said you can't go lights and sirens. It's kind of a double-edged sword, because if I take my time, there might be somebody getting their ass beat to the point where they're unconscious, or, you know, shit, people have died from fights. So yeah, I mean, when we do have fights come out, I mean, I step it up, and I go above the speed limit. I usually work night shifts, so I don't have to worry so much about traffic. I'm sure my view would be a little bit different if it was like 12 o'clock in the middle of the day. But for the most part, if there's a fight, yes, we're all going to be hauling ass to it. And again, I'm not trying to justify what the officer in the video was doing. I don't know. I wasn't there. All I'm saying is that from a law enforcement standpoint, I understand why he might have done that. There could be 100 different reasons why an officer might turn their lights on and turn them back off. Burglaries, for instance. Burglaries are a perfect example, because you don't want to go lights and sirens to a burglary because they'll hear you coming. There's not going to be any element of surprise. If I'm en route to a burglary that's occurring at that moment in time, I turn my sirens off miles before I get there. Again, it's all about perception, because when you see a cop coming up behind you with their lights going, and you don't see him till the last second because you didn't hear the siren, and you're cussing him out like, why'd that dumbass not have his siren on? He might be on the way to an armed robbery, he might be on the way to a burglary, you don't know. And this is kind of one of those areas where people are very quick to judge us in our job, and they really don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what we're doing. This is part of the reason why I invite people to come do ride-alongs with me. I would love to have Yummy come do a ride-along with me. I think we'd have a fucking blast. We would definitely get into some shit. So Yummy, consider this an open invitation. Public perception is a big thing, and I think there's a huge difference in what people assume we do and what we actually do. And a lot of people are like, you know, cops write all these speeding tickets, but cops are the first ones to speed everywhere they go. And a lot of times that's true. A lot of times we're trying to get to urgent calls that our department is deemed aren't urgent enough for lights and sirens, but we still have to get there quickly. Again, that's not justification for speeding. That's not what I'm saying. Now, on the same hand, if you're using your emergency equipment to get through an intersection for no reason, you don't need to be wearing a badge. Shit like that is what makes all of us look bad. If you don't have the integrity to wait for a light to change, how can someone trust you with anything important? And that's just my 2 cents. And Yummy, I hope I answered your question well enough. I don't, under any circumstances, expect people to kiss my feet because I wear a badge. The only thing that I request from the public is that they take a second to try to understand where we're coming from and to try to hear us out and try to get a grasp on why we do things the way we do them. And a lot of times, when you explain things to a citizen, a lot of times they're like, oh shit, well I didn't think about it like that. You're right. So all these like misunderstandings and horrible YouTube videos and everything else, a lot of these can be explained by sitting down and just talking to people. Explain why you do what you do. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten out at a convenience store or, you know, wherever, and people always come up to me and they're asking me questions. Hey, why do cops do this? Hold on, let me get my coffee, and I will be more than happy to spend the next 10 minutes explaining thoroughly why we do that. If I can change one person's perspective on law enforcement, then I've done my job, and this YouTube channel has served its purpose. I've had a lot of people tell me that they hated cops until they started watching this channel, and that I'm this badass cop and I'm cool and everything else. I'm not here to be cool. I appreciate that, but I'm not here to be cool. I'm here to educate the public. That's the whole purpose for this. And I enjoy what I do. Like, I enjoy interacting with you guys, and I love talking with you in the chat room and everything else. But the whole purpose of this channel is education, really. And occasionally some humor. But I've gotten a huge positive response from this, and I mean, this channel has really taken off. People like someone that's real. I try my best to humanize the badge and to show that, you know, we're humans just like everybody else. I bleed the same color you do. I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I'm just here to do my job, man. And unfortunately, there's always going to be people that just hate cops. No matter what, they just hate cops. And for people like that, you know, that's fine, man. If I'm not going to change your opinion and you just hate cops, then you know what? You just stay over there. You do your thing. I'll do mine. I think a lot of people have unreasonable expectations for police. You know, you get stopped for a traffic violation, and the first thing going through your mind is, you know, there's robbers and burglars and everything else going on, and you have to stop me for a taillight. Well, you know what? I am out there getting all those other people, but right now it's slow. There's a violation. I stopped you for it. That is also part of my job. Whether people approve of what we do or not doesn't matter. We're still going to continue to do what we do. So I think it's important for people to understand why we do what we do. But like I said, I'm not here to win a popularity contest. I do appreciate everybody's support, of course. I love every single one of you. But I'm not here to fit in. I'm here to tell you guys why we have certain procedures and why we do things a certain way. Well, guys, that is it for today. I hope everybody has had a fantastic week. Tonight is my last night at work, and I'm so excited about that. I've got the next 4 days off, so throw me some ideas, and I'm going to try my best to get some film and maybe try to get a video or two out on my 4 days off. So guys, I hope you have a great rest of the day. Enjoy your Friday. Have a fun weekend, and I will see you very soon.